Good morning, afternoon, or evening. My name is Shannon, and today I thought I would start a little weekend reading vlog just because I'm going to try to get through as many of the Briar U and Off-Campus series books as possible. I finished The Chase yesterday, which is the first book in the Briar U series, and I've only read The Deal in the Off-Campus series, but I am literally loving them so far. I forgot how much I loved Elle Kennedy's writing and just her romance books in general. They're always such a good time, and I'm currently about 25% of the way through what's it called? The Risk, which is the second book in the Briar U series. I'll probably finish the Briar U series before going back into the Off-Campus series, just because I read The Deal a year and a half ago at this point, and I did love it. I just wasn't a big interconnected standalone person when I read it, so I didn't really know. But I'm gonna get back to reading, and I will keep you guys posted. Also, it's Friday as I'm starting this. I just got off work, and so I have basically the entire weekend just to read. And I fully intend on bringing you guys along with me. Anywho, I will talk to you guys when I have an update.
Hey y'all, it is, I don't want to say many, but definitely several hours later. I just finished The Risk. I really enjoyed it. I have come to realize that Elle Kennedy is probably one of my favorite authors. Or not one of my favorite, but like a consistent auto-buy author for me. And I just really enjoyed it. And I think I did enjoy The Chase a little more, but it was still a really great book. It's just about 7:40. I'm going to cook some dinner just because I have this meat thawed and I need to cook it. And then I'll probably start the play, I think, is the next book in the series tonight. Now, I don't know if I'm going to read the last book in the series just because I've heard legitimately terrible things about that book. And from reading the blurb, it doesn't really sound like it's about any of the main characters that we have gotten to see, at least. And so I don't really know about that, but hopefully I'll be able to finish this series tomorrow and pick up where I left off in the Off-Campus series. I honestly don't know the order of that series other than the fact that The Deal is first, but I'm just gonna cook and I'll talk to you guys when I start reading again. Hello y'all, it is much later than I was planning on talking to you guys. It is just about 11:15 at night. I did finish dinner and cleaning, and then I just kind of got sucked into my phone for a little bit while I watched some Criminal Minds. But I'm just about to start the play, I think is what it's called. It is the third book in the Briar U series. I am not gonna lie, I am much more invested in the Off-Campus series as of right now, just because I'm just more intrigued to see those boys' romance at this point. I was really excited for the first two books in the Briar U series, and I've already read those. I don't know. Hopefully I'll finish this book early tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, and then I can get started on the second book in the Off-Campus series. Unless I change my mind and decide to read The Dare, which I honestly don't think I will. Anywho, I'm gonna get started on this book, and I'm interested to see how it is going to go because he was previously in a love triangle earlier on in this series, so I'm excited to see how his romance plays out. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Hey y'all, it is almost 4 hours later. It is just about 2:50 in the morning. I'm not exaggerating when I say this is the latest I have stayed up in months. But I am literally loving this so much. Okay, so the way that this book starts out is that the FMC has a boyfriend in the beginning, and they end up breaking up, and she turns to the MMC as kind of a rebound thing. And I told myself that I was not going to go to bed until she was broken up from her boyfriend. And that took much, much longer than I thought it would. And so now I'm at chapter 18, 43% of the way through the book, and they're finally broken up. It took so much longer than I thought it was going to, but I am actually really enjoying it, and there's kind of like a psychology element to it. So they're taking an abnormal psych class, and their project is to be like a doctor and the patient gets like given a mental disorder that they have to like pretend to have for their doctor partner to diagnose them with and treat them. Anyhow, that has opened up a lot of very interesting avenues, in my opinion, in the book, and I'm just really, really enjoying it so far, and I'm actually loving Hunter's romance. But I'm going to shower and go to bed because I'm very tired, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Hey y'all, so here's the thing. It's Monday. So technically, this video should be over, but I decided to turn it into a weekly reading vlog because I just changed my mind. Anywho, I didn't do much other reading this weekend just because I got busy with Mother's Day and just having to do some stuff for work. But I did finish the play this morning. I really, really enjoyed it. The only thing that I didn't love was the fact that both in the play and the Risk, which were the second and third books in the Briar U series, they both had an aspect of like jealous best friend that's secretly in love with one of the main characters, and I didn't love that kind of repetition. But I did really enjoy the book on a whole. I think I'd rate it like 4.25 stars. I got about 15% of the way in through The Dare because I knew I wanted to give it a chance, but that book is definitely not for me. I'm definitely not going to be continuing reading it because this FMC, her name is Taylor, she is continuously talking about body issues and talking about how she thinks about eating food, and I definitely struggle with that kind of stuff, so I definitely don't want to put myself into that kind of mindset and continue reading it because I think that'll be bad for my headspace. But that does mean that I get to pick up where I left off in the Off-Campus series. I'm so excited to get back into this series. I previously read The Deal about a year and a half ago, and I'm finally getting back into it. I'm so excited. I think the next book in the series is The Goal. I think it's Logan's story. Yes. The next book in the series is The Mistake. This is Logan's story. I'm very excited to see how all of this pans out. I'm not gonna start it for a little bit just because I got sucked into the hole that is the Dairy Girls universe, and I'm absolutely adoring that show right now. I'm already on the 3rd season, and so I think I'd like to try to finish that before I start this. But then again, I was thinking that if I put off watching that show for a little bit and then I watch the rest of it, then if I start reading Saving and Redeeming 6, I'll be able to hear the Irish accents in my head, if that makes any sense. But I don't know. I will let you guys know when I have an update on this book though. Hey y'all, it's been about 2 hours since we last spoke. I am a little over a third of the way into The Mistake, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I knew that this was kind of like a second chance, but I was under the impression that it was more of a one-night stand situation, and it's not, and I'm really enjoying that. But I just have to say, her best friend is the absolute worst. Like, I don't like her at all. But what I wanted to do was at least get to the part where the school semester is over, where they like first hook up and everything, and I have. So I think I might watch some Dairy Girls, and I might continue reading later, but I don't know. We'll see. I could definitely finish this book tonight if I just read straight through, but I really, really want to watch Dairy Girls, so I'm going to do that, and I will talk to you if I decide to read again at all today. Hello, y'all. It is the next day, and you may be thinking to yourself, Shannon, it's pitch black. Yeah, so I didn't really read it all today until the nighttime, and now it is 12:18 in the morning, and I just finished The Mistake by Elle Kennedy. I really, really, really enjoyed this. Definitely more than I thought I was going to. I just absolutely love the whole groveling trope in any romance books. But with me having finished this, that does mean that I'm going to be starting, I believe the score is next in the series. I am gonna go to bed because it's late, and I will give you guys a bit more of my thoughts on this tomorrow morning. It is in fact the next day. Once again, it's kind of late in the evening. It's just about 8:15 at night, but I just wanted to give you guys an update. So, as I said yesterday, I finished The Mistake by Elle Kennedy. I really, really enjoyed that. I'm honestly tempted to give it a 5 stars, but I don't think it is quite there, if I'm being honest. Like, there was nothing wrong with it. It just didn't give me that feeling that I, like, oh god, I sound crazy, but, like, I loved it. I'm not even gonna lie. Once again, though, I am kind of noticing this kind of pattern that we see in Elle Kennedy's books, where the conflict usually arises due to a best friend of one of the main characters. And I don't know. I think it might just be because I'm reading them one after the other that I'm making that an issue for me, but I don't know. I think after I read the score, which I did start this morning, by the way, I'm like 25% of the way in, and I am enjoying it. I don't know how to say it without coming off rude. Obviously, there are some authors that kind of use the same trope, and so sometimes I feel like I'm just reading the same story over again. Like, in the score, Allie has just broken up with her boyfriend and ends up hooking up with Dean, and then he keeps wanting to hook up, and she's kind of like, no. But it just reminds me a lot of, I believe it's the play in the Briar U series, where the exact same thing happens, except the girl is the one that wants to hook up with Hunter as a form of rebound. But it does feel kind of similar to me. But yeah, I think I'm gonna take like a little break off of Elle Kennedy after I finish reading this book. Despite the fact that I really want to finish the series, quite literally none of these books are on my TBR. And let me show you guys. That top row, those are all the books on my TBR for this month.
and today is May 15th, halfway through the month, so I would need to read all of those books in 15 days in order to succeed in that, and I honestly don't even see that happening because one of the books, I also haven't read the 2 books that come before it in a series, so I kind of screwed myself on that one. So I would technically need to read 12 books in the next 15 days in order to successfully read my entire TBR for this month. So that kind of sucks. This vlog is definitely going to end tomorrow, just because it will have been a week since we started this video. But I don't know. I've just been watching the NBA series tonight. The game 5 of the Celtics playoff with the Cavaliers is tonight, and we were watching it. And then tomorrow, the season 3 premiere of Bridgerton comes out, and I'm so excited because last month actually I finished Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, which is Colin and Penelope's story, and this is supposed to be Colin and Penelope's season, so I'm really excited to see that. But I'm going to get back to watching the series, and I may talk to you guys later. Good morning, y'all. It is the next day and the final day of this reading vlog. I just got back from getting groceries for this upcoming week, and I'm just about to run out to a family member's house real quick, but then when I get back, I hope I will be able to pick up where I left off in the score. I read a little bit of it this morning as I was just laying in bed, and I love both of these characters so much, and I'm so excited to see where their story is. But I definitely am going to be reading Powerless as my next book because I'm just so excited to read that book now. I'm in the perfect mood for it. So as soon as I finish this, I will go on to read that. Hey y'all, it is obviously much later in the day. So much so that it is technically a new day because I just binge watched the first 4 episodes of season 3 of Bridgerton. It's the only thing that's released. I hate that they released it in parts, but oh my god, it's so good. And I really feel like they're actually doing justice to the book. I'm so happy about it. And I didn't get any more reading done, but I honestly don't even really care because of Bridgerton. It was just so good, and I'm sincerely sorry if this week's reading vlog was just so absolutely boring for you guys, but I feel like I did get a lot of books read in the beginning of the vlog. I just got kind of burnt out on reading so much so fast, and I think that's why I haven't read so much the past couple days. But that does conclude the end of today's video. I sincerely hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. All my social media is linked down below for you guys. I hope you all are having an absolutely wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.